Getting a mortgage in 2020 requires a lot of documents. Because of what happened the last recession we had lenders doing all kind of creative financing with no tax loans, stated income. So now Congress require lenders now to make sure that anyone applying for a loan can show their ability to repay that loan. So now the lenders now has to assess any potential buyer as far as like their asset, their credit to income ratio, their credit worthiness before they can actually get approved for a loan. Hey guys, welcome to the Perspective channel. If you're new here, my name is Claudia. I'm a real estate agent and a mortgage broker here in Atlanta. I release video every week where I cover a range of topics from real estate to personal finance to business. In today's video, I will go over all the documents that you will need in order for you to apply for a loan. Obviously, the first thing you're going to need is a government issue ID. So they need to identify who you are as far as like your personal information, a driver's license, passport, and you also need obviously a social security number for you to apply. So once you have those information to provide your identity, the next thing you're going to need is a copy of your W-2 form for the last 2 years. If you work for the same company, so you just need one. But some people may have changed job, may have 1 or 2 jobs the past 2 years. So you need a W-2 form showing basically your employment for the last 2 years. If there's a gap in your employment, some lenders may ask to explain, okay, what happened during that time. Whatever the case may be, they just need something in writing showing, okay, there was a gap here, just explain what happened. If you don't have a copy of your W-2 form, make sure you call your employer, or you can go to IRS or whoever did your tax return. Make sure you have a copy of that on hand before you move forward. The next thing you're going to need, copy of your pay stubs. The lenders want to see what is your income. They're not going to look at your overtime, just your basic income. So they're going to use that to calculate your debt to income ratio and also the amount of loan or mortgage you can qualify for. If you get paid monthly, just one. If you get paid bi-weekly, you're going to need 2. If you get paid every week, it's 4. So the last 30 days, we need to see your income for the last 30 days to make sure that you're still working. The next document is going to be your income tax return for the last 2 years. If you file your tax return, make sure you have a copy of your tax return the last 2 years. Okay? If you don't have it, if if you have an accountant that did your tax return, make sure you have a copy of it. And if you're self-employed, the lender is going to ask you for a copy of your P&L statement showing your personal and your business expenses, and also a copy of your 1099 and a copy of the last 2 to 3 years of your income tax return. These are the documents that you will need. The next one, if you receive any child support or spousal support, and you're going to use that income to qualify, the lender will need to see proof of that. Any kind of cancel check, any kind of transaction going to your bank. So they want to make sure that that money that you say that you have, they want to see a history of it going to into your account. So if you're getting any additional support like child support or spousal support, make sure you can document that if you're going to use it as part of your income to qualify for a mortgage. The next document, bank statement. They want to see the last 60 days of your bank statement to make sure that you have enough money in there that will give you the ability to move forward with the process. If you're going to use your 401k, if you're going to use any retirement account, whatever you're going to use, they're going to want to know as far as like, okay, the distribution, how long does it take for you to get your money? What's the process is like? So they want to know, okay, although the money is there, so what is the process of you getting that money from this account to your bank account? And if there's any large deposit showing in your bank account recently, they will ask you to explain where that money comes from. If you make a recent large deposit, be prepared to explain and show where that money comes from. So they want to make sure that, everything is legit in there. If you're paying rent, they want to see any canceled check. If your bank statement shows the amount that you pay for the last 2 years in rent. And also, it'll be helpful if you can get a letter from your landlord showing that you have been paying consistently for the last 2 years and you have not been late as far as like in your payment. If you have a landlord and you're planning on paying or applying for a loan, make sure you get in touch with that person and try to get that letter. Sometimes it takes, especially if it's like a person, managing the property, whatever the case may be, it may take a while for you to get that document. Now that you can start making a phone call, say, hey, listen, I'm planning on getting a house. This is what I need from you. Can you make sure I get this letter can you get this letter to me as soon as you possibly can? So that'll definitely help in the process. You don't want to, like when the lender asks you for certain things, that you're scrambling and trying to get it, and especially when time is of the essence. Make sure you have all these documents ready to go, so whenever the lender asks for certain things, that you have them ready to go. When it comes to divorce, if you recently divorced, they will ask to see a copy of your divorce decree to make sure that there's no court order of child support or spousal support. So if you have a copy of that, definitely make sure you have that on the ready to go. So once you have all those documents, like I mentioned, your W-2, your tax return, your bank statement, investment, all this other stuff, you need to have all that in a PDF file. So there has to be a PDF file. So I cannot tell you the many times, we ask somebody for a document and I get like a screenshot. That's not going to work. So don't even waste your time screenshot anything to your lenders. So if you don't have a scanner to scan all those paperwork, so what you can do, and I've used it myself personally, there's a free app, Adobe Scan. You can actually take a picture of each document and the app will convert that pic into a PDF file. So what you do then, you create like different folders and you can name them accordingly so there's no confusion. So if they ask you for a letter from your landlord, you can open the file, letter to landlord, letter from landlord, whatever the case may be, and you send it. So once the lender receives it, they know exactly which document they are opening. Do not send things that's not labeled. So it's going to create a lot of confusion, especially there's tons of documents coming from different people. So you want to make it easier for yourself in the process that whatever document that you are sending, that you are label the document accordingly. If you're sending your tax return, just in the document label tax return and put the year of the tax return that you are sending in a PDF format. So I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys really enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to smash that like button. And once again, I said thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. In the meantime, keep grinding. Peace.